Okay, so Ayesha Curry is now the latest celebrity wife to publicly disrespect her husband. We all remember Jada Pinkett's Red Table Talk when she admitted to a crying and tearful red-eyed Will Smith that she had an entanglement with their son's friend, August Alsina. Then there was Kelly Stafford, wife of Los Angeles Rams future Hall of Fame quarterback Matthew Stafford, who told the world that she dated Matthew's backup in college to make him jealous in order to get him to commit. Well, now Ayesha Curry is revealing her feminist mindset, as well as disrespecting her husband, future Hall of Fame point guard and the greatest shooter in the history of the NBA, Stephen Curry. Let's take a look and listen to the nonsense coming out of her mouth, and then we'll react.
4 kids. Did you always knew you wanted a big family?
No. So, I didn't want kids. I didn't want to get married. I thought I was going to be career girl and that's it. And I had my eyes set on my goals. And I was never the little girl that like dreamt about the wedding dress and all of that. And then it happened so early in my life. So it's like, it's one of those things like you don't know what you actually don't know what you want.
It's so hard also to be the woman in a situation where you're like, men just don't get as much scrutiny. Like they can maybe tell him like your fucking shots suck tonight, but like the looks and all of that is just like not a factor of conversation as much.
No.
Did you
Potty mouth.
talk to Steph about it? Like, or did you kind of keep it within yourself so it didn't?
I do not have a bone in my body that can keep anything to myself. So if it comes to mind, it's coming out. And he's so gracious. Like he tries to resonate with me, but he just can't. And he also comes from a place of like, it's effing stupid. Like, it's not true. So why? And I'm like, but wait, like, listen to how it makes me feel. And he's like, but why does it make you feel like that? It's not real. After we got married, we found out we were pregnant with our daughter so quickly. I didn't even have time to think about what I wanted anymore. It's so interesting. I spent my entire life like trying to work towards something, and then it kind of just disappeared, and I didn't think twice about it. But after my daughter turned 1, I remember there being a shift and being like, I have goals for myself. Like, this doesn't feel right. I love being a mom, but I love doing other things too. And I need to get my shit together and figure out what that looks like for myself now.
If I have a career and I'm not home, like did you experience that?
I still experience that. I still experience that. I'm always in therapy talking about this. If you lose all of those things that were interesting about you, even for yourself, like even the things that made me feel confident and cool, then what are you doing?
Guys, the fact that there are women who are married to or in relationships with the top 0.5% of men in terms of status, talent, genetics, income, men who could literally have any woman they want, can buy anything they want, can do anything they want. These women complaining about what they don't have, or about their regrets, or about affairs they've had during the marriage, or sleeping with other people to make the athlete jealous is not surprising. Think about it. Gisele Bündchen, famous international Brazilian supermodel, was married to the NFL's version of Captain America Tom Brady, the golden boy, greatest player ever, most Super Bowls ever, worth $1 gazillion, making $37 million a year on TV, all the accolades, all the accomplishments, and she blew up her relationship for her jiu-jitsu instructor. Then we've got Sierra, who is married to Russell Wilson, right? Russell Wilson's made over $300 million in his NFL career, legally adopted her bastard son, a little future, essentially rescuing her from her bad past and providing her with the soft life that women say they want. So how does she repay him? She's twerking on Instagram. She's dressing provocatively, and when they're out in public and taking pictures, she acts like she smells something bad. And now we have Ayesha Curry, who is quite literally living the American dream. This woman literally has everything a woman could ask for. a high value husband and future Hall of Fame basketball player. Okay. And this guy provides for her. He loves her. She's got a beautiful family, generational wealth that ensures that her children's children are set for life. And all the trappings of the kind of lifestyle that better than 99.9% of women will never experience. But she's out here telling the world on the Call Her Daddy podcast, no less, that she didn't want kids. She didn't want to get married. She wanted to be a career woman. She said, well, he tries to resonate, but he just can't. She said, and it's almost like she's almost like, attaboy, hey, you gave it a good effort. This means she simply doesn't respect him. She doesn't respect his point of view. Then she also said it was effing stupid, as if to imply that him questioning her dissatisfaction is somehow crazy, given the life and privileges that have been afforded to her. She is utterly perplexed as to why Steph doesn't understand why she feels the way she feels. But what she doesn't understand is that it doesn't matter. Ayesha, you've got everything. Then, of course, she drones on about wanting a career and having goals and all the rest of that, as well as talking about the fact that she still has goals for herself despite having young children to raise. Guys, this right here points to the selfishness of modern women. Again, she has literally everything she wants, but she still complains about what she doesn't have. She says she still has goals and she has things to accomplish and this and that. Lady, you've got children, 4 kids. As soon as you became a mother, your children should be your number one and only priority. And here's the thing. Ayesha Curry is in a very unique position to prioritize her children over everything else because she doesn't have to worry about money. She doesn't have to get a job. She doesn't have to put her kids in daycare. She doesn't have to do any of that. She can literally just raise her children, take care of her husband, and not have to worry about anything else for the rest of her life. But because she's another woman who is bought into the feminist mindset of me, what's in it for me, my feelings, my this, my that, she's out here complaining about not being able to have a career and be a boss babe. This just goes to show that women raised in this culture will never, ever be satisfied. Dude, we see girls on Fresh and Fit. We see them on the Whatever podcast. We see them on No Fugazi, and they all have the same requirements than man. Tall, rich, good looking, status, clout, celebrity. But then women like Jada Pinkett, Kelly Stafford, Giselle Bündchen, Ayesha Curry are showing us that even when they meet and secure the kind of men who check off all the boxes, it is still not enough. When I see stuff like this, it makes me glad I'm out of the game. Okay, because here's the thing. If it weren't for Devin, if I weren't with her, I'd have moved overseas years ago. Because if men like Will Smith, Matthew Stafford, Tom Brady, and Stephen Curry aren't enough for modern women, even men like myself who are over 6 feet tall, have above average finances, and a little bit more notoriety than the average man, we are cooked. We've got these basic bitches out here complaining and being disrespectful of the men who are responsible for their incredible lifestyles. Guys, this is entitlement on steroids, point blank period. To say and do the things they say and do when they're with the kinds of men who could replace them in a New York minute, to me, that speaks to the lack of respect and gross sense of entitlement that modern women have. Yes, Giselle Bündchen was a supermodel when she met Tom, and yes, Jada was an actress when she met Will. But nobody would know who the hell Kelly Stafford is. Nobody would know who the hell Ayesha Curry is if not for their Hall of Fame husbands. Do they not realize this? It is absolutely crazy to me that Ayesha Curry is in therapy. For what? Why are you in therapy? What's the problem? You're married to Stephen freaking Curry, a world-famous athlete with multiple generations of wealth at his disposal that he uses to give you the life you live. But because you're not able to ditch your responsibilities to your husband and children to pursue your selfish endeavors, you need a therapist to tell you everything's okay? You hit the jackpot, sweetie. What regrets could you possibly have at this point in your life? The bottom line here, guys, is that modern women cannot be satisfied and they can't be happy. And we as men, we need to understand that a woman's happiness, that's not our responsibility. Our responsibility is to provide, protect, lead, and discipline. It is not our job to make our women happy, guys. Their happiness is their responsibility, not ours. And this is where a lot of men go wrong. They try to make their women happy, and guys, that is simply not possible. Unfortunately, most men don't realize this until it's far too late. And if you don't believe me, just ask Will Smith, ask Tom Brady, ask Dr. Dre, ask Jeff Bezos, ask Tyreek Hill, ask the litany of other athletes and celebrities who have all been victimized by the scourge of feminism. And if that's not enough to convince you that this generation of women are absolutely cooked, then I can't help you. All I can say is tip my hat, say good luck to you. And when the shit hits the fan, we'll be here to help you pick up the pieces rather than kicking you while you're down, like the other side tends to do. If you like my content, guys, be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and share. Also, be sure to join my Patreon for exclusive content not found anywhere, as well as access to my entire catalog of books and courses. Starting at $5 per month, you will have access to tens of thousands of hours of live streams not safe for YouTube, dating show breakdowns, as well as access to the over $3,000 worth of products that will take your dating and relationship game to the next dimension. To get a hold of that, head on over to patreon.com/Donovan Sharp, and be sure to join me today at 3 p.m. Pacific on Rumble, where I will be resuming my breakdown of Love is Blind UK Season 2, as well as starting the latest Love is Blind Season 9. I think it's based out of Denver this season. All the links are in the description. Thanks for watching.